I wasn't sure. But then he left, and I knew it was a he too, and I felt very, very peaceful. And my first thought was Andrew. I don't know why. It was Andrew. It was Andrew. And I also knew it was a man, and he came out, and I didn't see him, but I felt his presence. He walked into this room.
Trying to get in there, but it was locked. Hey, I do have something to add.
And he walked into this room, and it was just like, it was...
I'm very skeptical about that, but I do have the truth. That's the truth. One night, wasn't that long ago, just when we started thinking about selling a house, I'm downstairs in my room, which we'll see in a little while, and I knew Eddie was out, or at least I thought Eddie was out, and I heard somebody pulling something heavy across this room inside here, no lie. And I'm going, what the hell is Eddie? It's 1 o'clock at night.
That was me dragging Amy.
Oh, what is Eddie doing? You know, at this late hour. So sure enough, 15 minutes later, Eddie comes in. I can hear him come in the downstairs. I'm like, what the hell? Then like 3-4 days later, I'm up here and I'm getting ready to go to Boston. And Boston. I come in here, I'm wearing some clothes from Ed, which I have returned, and I turn on the light, come up, make some trips back and forth, come back up one time, lights off, and I said, damn, I must have turn it off. I don't know why. So the second time I come up, turn on the light, open the door, nice and wide. All the windows are closed, so there is no wind. Come back up again, lights off, door is shut. I was like, tell us. Actually, no. I mean, this is the truth. I'm very skeptical of ghosts and that's
how long ago was this?
That's okay. This was about a year ago. That was not even a year.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
What?
Hey, everybody.
Hi, I'm your master of ceremonies again. Hi, I'm your master of ceremonies again. And this room right here used to be a TV room, used to be a bedroom. This room was just about everything that you wanted it to be. As you can see now, you can pan this way. As you can see now, there's a computer here, modern 1980s, not like 1964 when we first moved in. Room's been updated a little bit. We never did get these lights. You can look at those lights. I don't think they've ever worked.
Dad did the paneling in this room.
Dad did the paneling in this room. Helpers. This room is now Dad's office, and
what did it used to be?
Feel free.
My bedroom. My bedroom too.
My bedroom
Are you stories in here?
Yeah, I got a great one. It's not a 10-year story, but that white one, I think Nancy has, that metal.
Yeah.
I had the bed right here. I'm maybe 15, 16, so I can't handle my alcohol. And so my buddy Greg and my buddy John are sleeping on the floor. They're going to spend the night crash here. They're both sleeping right here. So I get up in my state of inebriation, get up, and I, of course, obviously think I'm in the bathroom. So I start.
Oh God.
Right here, and sure enough, the little stream did not go right between these two guys. Greg and John are sleeping, had their heads down like this. They wake up, and it's like, Hiawatha going by in their bed. What the hell, John? What? Oh, shit. Sure enough. I mean, we've done that in the past, too, with Bobby, and where's Bob? And Dave. A little scared to go to the bathroom.
Oh man, in the middle of the night?
So what'd you do, Bob?
Scared to death. I usually went in that corner right there.
I used to go right over here.
We used to have, how many beds in here, Mom? At one time we had like 3 or 4 people.
Pan of that door over there that goes into Mom and Dad's bedroom right there. Very few of us have ever gotten that door open and actually walked through it.
I just opened it.
Did you?
It's always been locked. I just opened it.
We used to have our ears going like this.
He's making a noise.
Mom, Dad, where I was born, Steve.
All right.
All right, we're done.
That's my little daughter, Kelly, right there. Who cares how much film we have left? Isn't she just adorable? What a beautiful girl. She's 1 month old today.
All right,
It's the
Jim,
20th
Julie, Eddie, and I used to share this room. My mom and dad used to be in the other room, in the TV room, and they used to be drinking the Miller Lights and watching TV.
National Premium.
We used to be in here and just have some great times, fighting and just playing and rustling around. It used to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I particularly don't remember this room as TV. I remember
Excuse me, we got to go right now. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Coming through.
And now we have ta-ta! Ta-ta!
Who doesn't remember this experience? The screw cut. Wait a minute.
Dad, no, not this way. It burns from back of the neck.
Right there.
I can go another 2 weeks.
Boy,
I
I'll
can get a
tell you,
fan in
Dad
here.
never cared about the ears, man. He'd just shave them away, man. You know, the worst part was having
The old
to clean the mess
nosebleed
up,
trick.
man.
Next! All right. Next! Dad, I'm sick. I think I got malaria. I'll be back. It's his turn. It's punishment time.
Did he really pay you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I got
some real stuff there.
All right, Dad, all right.
Let's
Speaking
get
Bob,
some real
speaking of
action here.
haircuts,
I mean, is he good or what?
let me. I got a story from here. Bobby and I walked in here one day, took Dad's clippers, and I thought, you know, I had no idea Dad was using scissors and trimming the top of your
remember that?
hair. So I took this buzzer.
Remember you and I got it right from behind the
Yeah,
cabinet?
and I gave myself a reverse mohawk.
No, you gave him the mohawk.
I didn't. Well, no, reverse
But you
mohawk.
stopped right in the middle.
Yeah, and I was like,
Funny thing.
and here I am.
Get the broom.
That's right. Cat ball right through my head. I'm going, shit.
We used to spend tiny hair in this bathroom after Dad gave his hair. There's one. You got to over that corner. Exactly, that corner.
Okay, we're gonna have to cut the bathroom right now. Thank you all very much.
No, because this is my story here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. We have a story from Dave.
This is where my father transformed me into the one son who looks like him. He decided to take the shaver, shave my eyebrows off, so that they would grow back thicker. And indeed they did. So he transformed me, and he didn't do it on purpose, but I remember going to school that day and no
Those eyebrows. They are thick.
what he did, he put his hand here like this, and he put him too low, and he just went.
Let's get another show
So
there.
Joe lost his head for a while,
That was hilarious.
but I gained some eyebrows for a
I
while.
don't remember that was after your butt.
Where was that hide? Yeah, we got a great story. Hold on there. Story.
Dad was
This
chasing
is
Eddie one
chock
time.
full of stories, so we
No, was
got
that hiding in the cover?
No, you were hiding right behind. I remember this so well.
Behind this door.
Yeah, whatever.
But Chase, Captain Robert.
Needless to say, Dad was on the rampage.
Inside
Dad was
the
chasing
bathroom,
Eddie
looking
around.
out.
Sure, no.
You can see
He's
the
looking
length of
all
this
over the
house.
place.
It's
Dad comes in here and goes,
Hey, Bobby,
"Where's
Bobby,
Dad?"
where's Dad?
Is anyone really paying attention to this story? Let's go in and find out what's going on.
Take him in Dad's room.
I remember a story in here. This is and I was fighting in the other room. We were going at it, beating the hell out of each other. And Dad grabbed me and said, "God damn, I'm sick of you two. Put us in this room." He closed that door, and I was standing like here. You were standing there. He said, "Go ahead, punch him."
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna get one shot. Punch him in the face. And I was just sitting there shaking. I was more scared of Dad. We were like, "No way. We didn't punch you. Just punch him in the face. I'm sick of it." Just
I said you each get one punch.
that was good punch. Great psychology. We did not want to hit each other anymore. We did lasted for a good week.
Hey, let's all three get in the bathtub like we
Joey's got to tell a story about where he went out with
right here. He has a big metal bathtub.
We used to have 6 of us kids. Remember that, Dad? 6.
Speak up loud,
One
Nancy.
day, Joey walked in here, he was sleeping, he got up out of his sleep, he walked in here, he went to the window, he was sleeping. He opened the window. I said, Joey?
You were in the bathtub, right? The bathtub was
I
over
don't know, I
here.
was behind him.
Oh, you
And he just
Shower?
sleepwalked. Yeah, he was sound asleep, and he went up, he opened the window, was about to go out, I'm like,
I
Joey,
have no memory. It could have been the psychedelic 60s.
You're really missing that.
And this is where Amy, Kitty,
Aren't
and
you a
Nancy
cutie?
started their neurosis with their hair.
What do you mean neurosis with hair?
We're all
Neurotic.
with their hair.
Oh, you mean just in front of the mirror and stuff?
No, we just.
And here's our window right here.
That's great.
What do we got
But,
out
what
there?
else do I have here, Tim?
Let's introduce this room. This is the infamous TV room. Got my place and show. Fake you out of the door. One step through the door type trick. Okay. This is where everyone would enjoy watching Friday night at the movies with a can of Planters peanuts that were rationed to you. It was just a great time. So I think my brother Mike, who's not here with us right now, had a few words to say, and I'm gonna let our mom, my daughter's grandmom, my daughter's daughter, great-grandmom, say a few words.
Dear 11 North Beechwood Avenue, thanks for all the great memories that you have afforded us. Looking back, I can recall pulling into this new house and at the tender age of 5, thinking Dad must have just become president or that maybe we had bought the Ponderosa. What I did know was that I had plenty of room to do my thing. Certain things seemed to stand out, like when you would go to sleep at night and hear the house creak and settle, and it would give you a warm and secure feeling, like Mom tucking you in for the night, or how about the steeple at the top of the roof that the Healys used to say would be polished by our butler. Who could ever forget the famous living room mirror that would give all the kids a sneak preview of what we were getting from Santa, or having to go into the cellar late at night for a pair of pants and knowing as you ran up the stairs this would be the night the creature from hell would get you. I also remember waiting all week for a Friday night because that was the night we would make sour cream dip with potato chips and watch The Man from U.N.C.L.E. in the TV room. The TV room, what a name for a room that had so many different roles. We would play 3-on-3 knee football, usually until blood was drawn. It was a room filled with so many different factions. At any given time, you could put 4 of our family in there with 2 of their friends watching one little black and white TV, and if you left the room without calling your show on your chair, you blew it. I think the TV room at 11 North Beechwood was more of a place to be close to each other than to share an episode of Gunsmoke. The times I spent at 11 North Beechwood are very special to me, and when I drive down Beechwood and see the great stately 11 North, it always makes me very proud and happy that this was my house. That's where the Corbetts lived, and they took this great house and turned it into something that's even better.
All right, it's a nice house. It's a nice house. These are all tears of happiness that we're saying goodbye to this house.
Mike, you ever throw me up against that radiator again?
Yeah, I know. I do have a Mike story. Okay, so anyways, we are playing football. Eddie, Bobby, and I, maybe a couple friends here and there. Michael comes in. He's probably about 16, 17. Needless to say, had a good time that night. Glenn Green's here too. Glenn's just sitting back in the corner watching the whole thing. So anyways, Michael comes in, starts throwing us all around. We start wrestling and everything. Eddie tells me, get behind Michael. You know, do one of these and we're going to push him over. So sure enough, I did that. I don't know why he put me there. Michael, turn around. He's wearing construction boots. Turns around, sees me doing that, standing behind him. He goes, wham, brings his leg up. I double over. Glenn Green is back in the corner, rolling. So,
Okay, my short story was right in this bed all night long. I heard someone out in the hall going, and I didn't sleep all night. And second grade was the next day, and I was so tired, but I thought there was somebody out there.
Who was it? Who was it? Uh-oh.
That's a
Short came downstairs.
I think this room has seen at least 5 sets of furniture. At least 5.
More than that, Mom.
This was the ultimate room. This was the family
Hey,
room.
Johnny.
All of us
That's
we
where
get
you and I
here.
bunked out together, buddy. When we came back from the Army.
That's right. That's
You used to
right.
put the
This
boxing
is,
gloves on.
$1 Tim when he came back from the army.
you got it.
This
You
was,
got it.
This is a Jeff story. This is where Jeffrey used to have me, Eddie, and Joey at his mercy. We were
I got it.
Balls. You would have star balls.
I have the best story about
Excuse me, Joe.
Jeff. Are you right? I'm sorry.
We used to be absolute, how I said, I mean, we were his slaves. We would do anything. We'd go down and get him a big cup of tea so he could do his studying.
Who painted the night watchman?
Oh yeah, you gotta remember that. Remember asking questions. You know, what's the capital of
Tallest
Scotland
mountain in
or
the
the
world?
capital of
Mount
Ireland? And then Jeffrey used to give us sour balls. He used to ration out these 89-cent bag of sour balls for about 3 or 4 hours. He used to have us all over the
Now you know.
Associated with this room is where Amy, I think Amy was the big spender, would pay me to go down to Cray's Corner.
Yeah.
I think I got up to about $1.20, and you know, at the time it'd take me about 7 minutes to go down and get a bag full, and I'd get my own little bag myself. Of course, well, no, my sweet Carol.
Do you remember when Jeff would send us out because he was sick and he'd pay us $1 to take an extra bag for Halloween? Well, I tell you.
Now, what about the St. Mark's chocolate bars? We used to have to go around to the houses and he used to commission us to go out and do it for him.
Do you all
Keep the money.
remember me being paid to have you all sample candy?
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Oh, yeah.
You all got to sample candy and I got $1.
Hey, speaking of
My
Tim,
money.
Tim, speaking of Jeff, the time a girl stopped by for Jeffrey, and Jeffrey did not want to see either hair of this girl. So Jeffrey hid from this girl. So Jeffrey looked up here, and this girl, this is when Jeffrey's maybe, what, 24? Jeffrey looks up here,
He didn't
eyes
get
back
downstairs, he was
here,
talking to her.
and this girl's looking, this girl's psychotic, man. This
Yeah,
girl's
long black
looking
hair,
all
she looked like a
over
witch.
for Jeffrey. I mean, in and out, going to mom and dad's bedroom, blah, blah, blah. She came in here, walking here, Jeffrey's hiding back here, hiding from the girl. She walks in here, looking around, Jeff?
I know he's in here. Where is he?
Jeff came from the closet. I followed the girl out. Jeff jumped from out here. Hey, you doing? Well, yeah, I was just, I think I'll clean this wall for a little while.
peeling, and I was that was a funny.
I followed that girl up here.
All right, we're gonna have to close down this room. That's a good ending right there.
The photographer,
This is her room too. There's her crib.
That's right. This was a lady's room. Let's pan over and see the baby-sized bed that she used to sleep in. They come in baby, extra baby, and baby. And also, that's right, my daughter
new Kelly. Let's see if we can find her. Where is that gorgeous? There she is. There we go. I mean, this is what we're all here for, right? This is the kind of pictures we really want, right there.
Might want to cut her off in 3 next
Picture of
time.
my beautiful wife there.
To be a lot of times that we would get sick during the night. We'd come downstairs and
Hey, Dad,
we'd knock on the
I'm not
doors.
feeling too good. I realize it's 3:30 in the morning.
Come on, I'm not feeling too good, but
I know.
every time that we come in here, we never knew why they had the doors locked. So sometimes we'd come in here and we just want to find out what they were up to.
Is it Christmas morning already?
Come on, guys, it's 8:30.
Hi, good morning. We're not feeling too good. Just wondering what you guys have been up to.
We've been doing our thing.
You've been doing your things. This is the king and queen's room right here. This is the master bedroom.
Where it began,
This is where it all
right
started.
on this. This is where it
For
all,
some of us.
dynasty.
For who? For Bobby? Me?
Why don't we pan underneath the bed and see if we can find us some pretzels or something down there.
Generic.
Or
They
the-
got National Premium underneath. They always got National Premium.
This room's called the Conception Condo.
Conception condo. Dad, that's ironic you used the word condo. There you go. Look at the Energizer himself.
Look at the embarrassed look on his face. I wonder we just got
The
finished.
Energizer.
Well, it was with her.
Oh my God.
Oh, boy, she's still looking good.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, Mom. Dad, can you open that door, buddy?
Can we get another shot of that? What Mike's? There we go. Look what Mike sent, Mom. Isn't that beautiful?
We've tried to,
That is pretty.
You're intimidated. You know? Damn, I forgot to have a green light on. We got to
threw off at you. I had you right there, and I actually, wham! This is probably the first and only time I hit it.
You held him. You held him. I hit him.
That's where we used to, when we fight,
Hold him and hit him.
the person would look up here, lock both doors, and hide out here until the other person cooled off, or until the other person climbed through my bedroom window, came through here and tried to sneak in, and then, you know, do a kamikaze coming through the window.
The peanuts, the
The
pretzels.
Oreos, peanuts, and the pretzels, and I think your brother Jeffrey stole the key one day, had some
Copies made.
copies made.
That's right, he sold me one for $5.
I've gone in. I would go food shopping, come home, and have this big thing of all the sweets that I'd dole out, and I would lock it up in this thing, and somehow or another, that's what I think he did. Great.
The best story I remember about this house, this room, is going into this dressing room, Dad saying, go get the belt. Not tell us on the video I have. Go get the belt, and you have to go in this closet, and he's got the big thick belts, or he's got the thin ones, the long thin ones, and you think to yourself, all right, if I get the big thick one, it's going to leave a hell of a scar on his back. If I get the thin one, it's going to sting a whole lot more.
The thin one, little oilable leg. Oilable leg with the belt.
Get one of these ties.
that was all your little baby's rooms, right?
Huh? Yeah, that was the little baby's room.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Really? Yes, I remember that. Little baby.
Okay, let's move on.
Apartment 3G. You know, I really couldn't tell any 10-year stories because I've been 10 years, and this is a family show. But I do. One thing I do remember is we had the sorry, Dave, the Harlem Globetrotters stickers. This whole door was filled with stickers.
Yeah, I remember
Harlem
that.
Globetrotters and come on in. Where you guys from?
That's right.
That was your office?
My answering machine.
You did?
Yeah, I helped you with that. Remember we sent out those leaflets?
All those.
Oh, yeah.
I
I had
have
them
one.
sitting on the bottom of
I used to clean houses.
I have one of those. Yeah.
I hired Timmy.
That's
That's
right.
right.
You hired me too.
That's right. I remember I worked 2 weeks and got a raise. Got a raise.
Of course.
She's trying to get your attention.
Oh, well, this room.
But you might want to take shots with trophies over there because that is pretty large trophy.
This room has got some really weird.
This is one of the things that Joe goes to bed with. So we got a shot of this.
Okay.
It's one of Joe's favorite pastimes when Tiffany's not around.
Hey,
From the
So
piano.
you want to
really enjoys it.
Is this your room
Sam,
in the beginning?
give me Mookie.
No, Amy and I used to have this room when we were little, and her and I, we used to sing all the time.
You and Amy?
Before we would go to sleep, so I'd run downstairs to the music room and underneath and get all those music books that y'all
Yeah,
have
yeah.
and come up here and we'd sing. But this is also where I saw my first, no, this is also where I saw my first Santa Claus and the reindeer coming across the sky right out here. All of us were in here and we saw them. And it's also the first room where Nancy told me what hash was. She came up, but it was fake cash. It was fake.
Hey, Mom.
I was like 8 or 9 years old, and I was laying on the bed. And Nancy comes up, and she's got that smile on her face, and she goes, "You know what this is?" I said, "What?" She goes, "That's hash." I said, "Hash? That's hash."
Is that like potatoes?
And it was a little cube. It was one of those spice cubes that Mom has in the Mary's. It wasn't real hash or anything. She was just trying to. Nancy wants me to say.
Seriously. DEA's gonna make a mistake. Dad, did you ever know, I don't know if Mom, did you ever know that I explored every single square foot of this roof? Did you know that?
The very top?
I climbed up
I think we all
on
did.
numerous, I mean,
Yeah,
I
we all
climbed
did.
right
Yeah.
to the side. I used to see how far I could get down to the sides without falling.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're a liar. Absolutely.
Oh,
You're the biggest woman when you were
You're a flaming liar.
So much for that story.
You know, Jeff was crazy, and he just, you know, he'd break your arm and not think twice about it. Steve was always there to protect me. And, he used to kick on Jeff's butt. And I remember the one room where the personal computer is right now. There was one time where Steve and Jeff and I were fighting, and then Steve came up and said, "Jeff, I've had enough of this. You kicked Timmy's butt enough, even though I could kick Jeff's ass right now." And those two went at it, and Jeff came back and swung and hit Steve right in the temple. And they were sitting on a couch in there where the personal computer is, and Dad came in and said, "You know, I'm real sorry. Jeff's crying and Steve's crying." And says, "Steve, you might die in 5 minutes. You might die in 20 years. I don't know. Your temple's gonna break. No sense in taking you to hospital because it could happen like that." And it was a scary experience. But I appreciate Steve for taking care of me then.
Yeah.
Still there.
I remember you
Still there.
stand up in your crib screaming and
Tommy,
crying.
remember that old heavy metal bed we used to have? Not the music type bed, but the heavy brass bed we used to have in there. Whatever happened there?
Thank you very much, blah, 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 but we are unable to offer you a position. So,
Talk while you're doing.
No, should we all line up for Christmas? All right, we're all lining up for Christmas.
Grab your panties, Eddie. Eddie at that point in time was Eddie, Freddie, Fat Hippie Whippy.
This is fun, you know? Where's the mirror?
Yeah.
Say that
Yeah,
way,
you getting
guys.
done?
Come on, where's the picture
What?
of the presents? This is gonna be into
I see, oh,
You're
I
missing
see.
a
Right,
present.
Seriously.
Feel like I'm in a press conference.
Okay, guys.
That's my wrench.
I didn't do it.
Okay, yeah. Hey, how you doing? Good, how you doing? Good to see you again. Hey, welcome here. Yeah.
Big smile, guys.
Okay, so we know what's
No,
going on, but it's
wait
not
a
good,
minute.
so we know.
Can you get those two cameras too?
Yellow camera. What do I do?
I'm 24 years old.
I'm 23 years old.
It's right about 24 exactly.
Okay, just push the button.
Donald, you're messing up the rest of the family shots, buddy.
Okay, wait a
24
minute.
years of been here.
Yes, sir, ma'am, sir.
My whole life. Well, just get Timmy and I.
I got a pass.
Did you wind it again?
Okay.
Just get the most important people.
Okay.
Right, Dave.
This is,
Okay.
There's the L35, man.
Wait a minute.
So make this one good and make your own.
Hey, down here.
Take pictures.
Dance.
I can't take them like this. Take it. Take her.
Wait a minute.
All right, we finished with the step.
Vicky,
Make sure I'm in it.
does anybody have any stories about the steps, climbing up the banister, or breaking up the banister?
Get their butt kicked later.
Ready?
Which band?
Sad.
Go. You got it.
Okay.
Yeah, baby. Go for it.
Art solo, ladies and gentlemen.
Solo. What were the words of the song? I never knew the words, so I just thought,
And who wants to play the piano? Jeffrey said, I do. So I said, great. Jeffrey, you're now taking piano lessons. The woman came every week here. It was costing me $12. I went out. I said, who else wants to take piano lessons? Timmy said, I do. I said, you're next.
That's right.
So Timmy took piano lessons, and I went to
2 weeks.
I went to recital.
2 weeks and I went to recital.
We went to your recital.
After 2 weeks.
Over
That's how good I was. They put me on recitals, a bunch of kids, and I played Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. But I remember a real quick to the back, always always a big, beautiful tree. We'd sit on those steps, we'd come around the corner right here, and
everyone had their markings. We say, where's my mom, where's mine? And you can usually notice some little thing, and that was like your area for the next hour and a half. You know,
That was
hanging
Amy
out.
and Kitty's right
You
there.
didn't care what anybody else got, man. You just did your stuff. Well, I came down here, and I think it was Steve, Jeff, and I were the oldest to ride two-wheel bikes and stuff. So, no, Steve, Jeff, I, Michael, and Nancy. All of us. So there's 4 bikes sitting in here, all put together. We all ran in and said, where's mine, where's mine? And everyone got theirs but me. So Steve, Jeff, Nancy, and Michael all had a two-wheel bike put together beautiful. I didn't have one, but Christmas morning, you don't want to, you know, it's forgiving and stuff, you know. So I sat in my own little corner and looked at my knee-high socks that I got. And, you know, I think I got a little cassette tape or something, you know, nothing big. They could see the pout coming on, and I walked in the other room, and Dad came in and said, well, what's wrong? I said, well, nothing, you know, and then I started crying. He said, well, what's wrong? I said, well, I didn't get a bike, you know, you know. Well, you know, I'm just sorry, we just don't have enough money this year for everyone to get a bike and stuff. So I said, okay, well, I'll go outside and play with my new Frisbee and stuff. And on my way outside, there was a bike sitting out on the back porch, and I was real pleased and had faith in Christmas.
One Christmas, I got a parakeet for Christmas in a cage.
Parakeet?
That was at Christmas, and it was in a cage. And then
Parakeet
Joey
or
was
horse?
born. Christmas was December 25th. Joey was born December 31st, and I had to call Mom at the hospital to tell her the bird died.
The bird died. Hey, I'm sorry about that.
My Joey was born, my bird.
Oh, my dead bird. I got a bird seed.
You were telling me.
Dead bird.
Remember that horse you had, that pony?
I cannot believe that. That's been a while.
And I was upstairs and heard Grandma shuffling around, and I came back down the steps, and Grandma was standing at this door with 2 suitcases, 2 blue suitcases, and she was getting ready to run away from home. She didn't want to stay here anymore. And I remember sitting on those steps, and I was like, Grandma, I can't deal with this role reversal, you know. I'm supposed to be running away, not you. And so we talked, and I was like, Grandma, you really want to do this? I mean, why don't we just sit down and talk about this? You don't, I'm leaving right now. You know how Grandma, she's real independent and prideful, and so we talked, and I talked my grandmother from running away from home.
Hey!
That is a role reversal.
Now, if you had to do Saturday chores, if you had to do Saturday, is that right?
Yeah.
You had to do Saturday chores around here. It was either, it was usually, it came in a bundle of 3. You had to do the dining room, the living room, and the music room. All 3 of them you had to do to vacuum it and dust
You
it.
only get $1.75.
That's right.
And where was the schedule?
The schedule was on the refrigerator door.
No, it was on the back of the kitchen door.
Back in the kitchen door. Well, when it got bigger, when there was more people that could get involved and actually do things, like, it
Yeah,
would
we
be
put
long
back that
before
for the
you'll be
6 little
doing your
kids. You had
thing.
that board up with the stars, if you were real good for the week.
Yeah.
You got 6 stars. You
Behavior modification.
Behavior monitoring,
Yeah,
that psychology
that's
came
right.
into play. You remember Dad, Mom used to take us to McDonald's and we got so many stars?
Dad
Mom
and
would
Freud.
only take us someday.
Yeah, no.
Did you ever see Freud his first slip?
That's where we had the reception, and that's where our wedding cake was, and we had the band on the front
Oh,
porch.
that's right.
That's right,
We had all the food on the table, and all the guests were outside on the side of the house.
That was quite a memory.
Did you pan the front porch or show you where the live band played?
We'll show you where Amy had her party.
And it will be 4
Yeah.
years this September 21st.
Is that right?
We have a beautiful daughter named Kelly, and we're planning on another one. Right now, we're trying to buy a house in Fairfax County. Damn prices.
Fingers in your meadow.
Thank you.
Hey, who's that guy with the guitar? Father, somebody?
Hey, just stop down.
No, look, hold up. Stop that.
Drop it down.
Hey, Bobby,
Shit, man.
you get in the kitchen. Everyone's gonna be real quiet. You get in the kitchen and say, Joey, come on.
Just finish up this show. Show me over 2 minutes.
What are they doing?
Everybody comes in now. Let's go, move it.
Oh, man. Mom, Dad, I was taking me again. Why didn't you tell me it's roast beef? I would have been down here sooner. Roast beef.
I'd sit right about this spot right about here.
Uh-huh.
Dad and I would wrestle around, and he would pull out Sammy Snake and Ellie Elephant and
Don't forget Johnny and Billy Crab.
Johnny and Billy, 2 brothers, right?
Yeah, right.
So we would wrestle around, and Dad would bring out these, and Sammy Snake was this, Ellie Elephant, I think, something
That's
like
right,
that.
yeah.
Johnny and Billy Crab, what were they?
Yeah,
That
they
was
were
them.
like that. That's
Well,
right.
that was one of my big memories.
Good things that I remember about this place and things that we did was seeing the dryer was empty was always a good thing. Friday night to movies with a can of Ration Planters peanuts. Not calling your place and show, but never actually leaving the room either. That was always a good trick. Christmas morning on the steps, camping out in the carriage house or on the front porch. Blowing smoke out of the third floor windows and not getting caught. Dad's coat pockets. Yeah, that was always a good one. Having mom say maybe when it always meant yes. Licking the cake batter bowl. I know many of us have done that before. Hearing mom calling from the first floor that dinner's ready. Being on the assembly line in the kitchen when mom returned from food shopping. I always enjoyed that. A lot of people didn't really get into that much. Cray's Corner on allowance day after your work was done was always a refreshing. The pillow football fighting in the TV room was another thoughtful memory I had. Hitting the, sneaking a ride in the back of the yellow station wagon and having mom take you out for an ice cream later. That was a great one. Now, with the good always comes the bad, and I just have a couple of real short bad ones that I really didn't appreciate that much. One of them was cleaning up after your homemade crew cuts was always a terrible one, as we noted earlier. Observing the posted chores list on the refrigerator or the back door, I never liked that one either. Taking the old metal trash cans to the side of the road on trash night. I hated that one. You know, they were always falling apart. Painting the garage, only a few of us selected individuals had the honors to do that. And the third step to the third floor was always a dead giveaway as to what time you really got in at night. So that's about all I had. And,
Very good.
I know there's more.
I was always surprised. I mean, as soon as I saw that, I had a flashback. I'm like,
What? You were sitting here saying, excuse me, you know.
Hi, Jack.
I was kidding. Oh, I was kidding.
How you doing?
No, I was kidding. No, I was a very much kidding. No, I think